Rahul Chandegra from Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, Degree Electrical Engineering Department. Today's our video lecture topic is Fourier transform. So previously we studied Z transform. Now in this after onward this lecture is based on Fourier transform. So in digital signal processing, processors are used to perform frequency analysis of signals. To do the frequency analysis, we should convert the time domain signal into the frequency domain. For this, the different frequency transformation techniques are used. So in this, we will study the Fourier transform of discrete time signal. It's called DTFT, discrete Fourier transform, DFT, and fast Fourier transform, FFT. So this is the introduction of discrete time Fourier transform, DTFT. Basically the Fourier transform of a periodic finite energy discrete time signal is called as DTFT, discrete time Fourier transform. So mathematical equation is x of omega equal to summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n e raised to minus j omega n. In Z transform there is z raised to minus n, but in Fourier it is e raised to minus j omega n. So it's little bit different than the Z transform. So x of omega is called Fourier transform of x of n, and x of n is called discrete time aperiodic signal. We can obtain discrete time signal x of n from x omega by taking inverse Fourier transform. It is given by x of n equal to 1 upon 2 pi summation minus phi to positive plus phi x omega e raised to j omega d omega. So we will get inverse, means we will get again x of n. The Fourier transform of x of n is denoted by x of omega. So x of omega is called Fourier transform and x of n is called inverse Fourier transform. So let's have some periodic nature of x of omega. So the frequency range of omega is minus pi to plus pi, or from 0 to 2 pi. So x of omega become periodic with the period 2 pi. So we will check the periodic of Fourier transform. So according to the definition, x of omega equal to summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n e raised to minus j omega n. So replace by omega with omega plus 2 pi k. So x of omega plus 2 pi k equal to summation x of n e raised to minus j into omega plus 2 pi k n. So in next, x of omega plus 2 pi k equal to summation x of n. So we will open the bracket j omega n and j 2 pi k n. So it is x of n e raised to minus j omega n multiply e raised to minus j 2 pi k n. So we just open this bracket. So according to Euler's identity, we have e raised to minus jx equal to cos x minus j sin x. So we have e raised to minus j 2 pi k n. So e raised to minus j 2 pi k n equal to cos 2 pi k n minus j sin 2 pi k n. Now k and n both are integer. So whatever the value of k and n, it is the either 1 2 3 4 any integer value, so it become cos 2 pi or cos 4 pi, cos 6 pi, any value. So cos 2 pi it means the value is 1, and sin 2 pi, sin 4 pi, any value, sin 2 pi multi with any number is 0. So e raised to minus j 2 pi k n equal to 1. Cos 2 pi k n equal to 1 minus j sin 2 pi k n, in that sin 2 pi k n equal to 0 and cos 2 pi k n equal to 1. So putting this in our equation, so it become x of omega plus 2 pi k equal to summation x of n e raised to minus j omega n. So it means our original definition equation. So we can say that x of omega equal to x of omega plus 2 pi k. So it is periodic with the period 2 pi. So x of omega is periodic with the period 2 pi. So we can obtain x of n from x of omega as x of n equal to 1 upon 2 pi integration minus pi to pi x of omega e raised to j omega d omega. So the x of n and x of omega are inverse of each other. Now we switch to Fourier transform of standard signal. So our first signal is impulse, unit impulse, delta n signal. So x of n equal to delta n. So we have to find dtft or x of omega. So x of omega equal to summation x of n e raised to minus j omega n, in that x of n equal to delta n, and delta n is only exist n equal to 0. So we will change our summation. So x of omega equal to summation delta n e raised to minus j omega n. But we know that delta n exists only at n equal to 0. So delta n equal to 1 for n equal to 0. Otherwise for any value of n it is 0. So x of omega equal to summation 1 multiply e raised to minus j omega n. So 1 multiply e raised to 0, it means 1. So delta n Fourier transform is just 1. So just same like as Z transform, it is also delta n Z transform is 1, Fourier transform is also 1. So next our standard signal is unit step signal. In positive side all the values are 1, so it is called unit step u of n. Delta n is only at n equal to 0. U of n it means from n equal to 0 to n infinity positive side all the values is 1. So now check again what is the Fourier transform of unit step u of n. So here x of n equal to u of n. So according to definition, x of omega equal to summation x of n e raised to minus j omega n. So we will change our limit n equal to minus infinity to infinity. Instead of that we will put n equal to 0 to infinity. Cos u of n equal to 1 for all the value of n greater than or equal to 0, for 0 for n less than 0. So negative side there is no any values, positive side and at n equal to 0 all the values are 1. So now after changing the limit and putting the x of n, x of omega equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity, values are 1. So e raised to minus j omega n. So x of omega equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity e raised to minus j omega all the rest to n, and we will put n equal to 0 to infinity. So we have the geometric series summation n equal to 0 to infinity a raised to n equal to a raised to 0, a raised to 1, a raised to 2, plus a raised to 3, plus a raised to 4. So it become 1 upon 1 minus a. For if mod a less than 1, so here in this equation e raised to minus j omega equal to, we will put a. So x of omega become 1 minus e raised to minus j omega. It is the same like z transform 1 minus 1 upon 1 minus z. So here e raised to minus z omega. So now we put omega equal to 0 in this equation. So x of omega equal to 1 upon 0. So it is infinity. That means at omega equal to 0, the dt ft obtained by equation is not valid. So for dtft it must be a finite value, not the infinity value. So it will not valid. If answer is infinity, then it will be not valid. So we have to change a little bit our equation for this condition. So we should obtain x of omega for different value of omega other than 0. So rearranging the equation, so we multiply e raised to minus j omega by 2. So with the e raised to plus j omega by 2, it means the plus 1 value. So dividing this e raised so just like e raised to 4, so we writing e raised to 2 multiply by e raised to 2, like that. For 1, e raised to 2 multiply e raised to minus 2. So we are changing our equation. So x of omega become 1 upon e raised to minus j omega 2 plus multiply with the e raised to plus j omega 2. So it will become 1. So we are changing 1 as a plus or minus rest, and e raised to minus j omega, just like e raised to minus j omega by 2 multiply with the e raised to minus j omega 2. So is all become e raised to minus j omega. So now e raised to minus j omega 2 plus multiply e raised to plus j omega 2 equal to e raised to 0. So it become 1. So we put 1 as a this, and e raised to minus j omega 2 multiply e raised to minus j omega 2 equal to e raised to minus j omega. So we use in this equation. Now taking e raised to minus j omega by 2 and e raised to minus j omega by 2 as a common in denominator. So x of omega become 1 upon e raised to minus j omega 2 in bracket e raised to j omega 2 j omega by 2 minus e raised to minus j omega by 2. So according to Euler's identity, we have e raised to x minus e raised to minus x by 2 equal to j sin x. So here e raised to j omega by 2 minus e raised to minus j omega by 2 divided by 2 equal to j sin omega by 2. So it become x of omega 1 upon e raised to minus j omega by 2 multiply by 2j sin omega by 2. So it become, so this minus term we will put into numerator. So it become e raised to j omega by 2 divided by 2j sin omega by 2. So finally we will get our answer. So u of n Fourier transform is e raised to j omega by 2 divided by 2j sin omega by 2. Obtain Fourier transform of single-sided exponential pulse. So x of n equal to a raised to n u of n. Here a is some constant and a raised to n u of n is a exponential signal which exists from 0 to infinity. That means only for positive value of n. This is called right-handed exponential sequence. When any signal is multiplied by unit step u of n, then the result of multiplication is positive signal. This is because u of n exists from n equal to 0 to n equal to infinity. That means for the positive value of n. But since the amplitude of u of n is 1, it will not change the amplitude of signal after multiplication. So while doing the calculation, we will not consider u of n. It is just used to indicate the range of signal. So we will only change the limit. So in our definition, the limit summation limit is minus infinity to infinity. Whenever multiply any signal with the u of n, then the summation limit will be changed from 0 to infinity. So here, according to definition, x of omega equal to the summation limit is n equal to infinity minus infinity to infinity. Instead of that, we will change our limit from 0 to infinity. So x of omega equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity a raised to n e raised to minus j omega n. So we put x of n equal to a raised to n un because we just adjust the limit. Now x of omega equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity in bracket a multiply e raised to minus j omega raised to n. So in previous we just recall the geometric series formula. So it is summation n equal to 0 to infinity a raised to n equal to a raised to 0, a raised to 1 plus a raised to 2 plus a raised to 3 equal to 1 upon 1 minus a if mod a less than 1. So here in our equation it is a equal to a multiplied by e raised to minus j omega. So we can directly write x of omega equal to 1 upon 1 minus e raised to a multiply e raised to minus j omega. So now the next example is anticausal or obtain DTFT of left-handed exponential signal x of n equal to a raised to minus n u of minus n minus 1. So we know that u of minus n is folded unit step and u of minus n minus 1 is folded unit step advanced by one sample similar to u of n. The multiplication of signal by u of minus n minus 1 will not change the amplitude, but the range of signal become n equal to minus 1 to minus infinity because x of minus n minus 1 is present from n equal to minus 1 to n equal to minus infinity. So here the change not n equal to plus 1, it is n equal to minus 1. So according to definition, in that we have summation limit from n equal to minus infinity to infinity, but we will change as a n equal to minus 1 to minus infinity. So our equation become x of omega equal to summation n equal to minus 1 to minus infinity a raised to minus n e raised to minus j omega n. So now we will change limit again in the positive term. So the limit are negative. To make it positive, we put n equal to minus l, so that n equal to minus l So whenever it is minus 1, so L equal to plus 1. When n equal to minus 1, L equal to plus 1. When n equal to minus infinity, L equal to plus infinity. So our equation become x of omega equal to summation L equal to 1 to infinity a raised to L j omega L. So x of omega summation L equal to 1 to infinity a e multiply with e raised to j omega L raised to L. So we have the standard geometric series we already use in previous two example. So we have to convert it. So we need summation from 0 to infinity. So we will adjust the summation. Here we have 1 to infinity, but we will put L equal to 0. So whatever the answer, we will minus it. So our new equation become x of omega equal to summation L equal to 0 to infinity a multiply e raised to j omega raised to L minus 1. Cause we minus, cause whenever we put L equal to 0, we get answer of x of omega equal to 1. So we change the limit and minus the 1. So it will not affect our equation. Now using the formula of geometric series 1 upon 1 minus a. So we have geometric series we already used in previous two example. So x of omega equal to 1 minus 1 upon 1 minus a multiply e raised to j omega minus 1. So taking LCM, so it will be multiply with the 1. So it become, after taking LCM, 1 upon 1 minus a multiply e raised to j omega 1 minus, this will be multiply with the minus 1. So 1 minus 1 plus a multiply e raised to j omega upon 1 minus a e raised to j omega. So 1 minus 1, it will be 0. So our answer become x of omega equal to a multiply e raised to j omega upon 1 minus a e raised to j omega. So a raised to minus n u of minus n minus 1, the Fourier transform is a multiply e raised to j omega upon 1 minus a e raised to j omega. Now the next example of summation of previous two example or previous two problems. First we check the right handed side example, then left handed negative side example. But if both are present, so we add both, so it become double sided exponential signal. So in this example we will study it. So obtain DTFT of double sided exponential signal x of n equal to a raised to n u of n, it means right sided, and plus a raised to minus n u of minus n minus 1, it is the left hand side signal. So it is all the both the side or double sided exponential signal. So nothing we have to do, the answer of previous two, we have to just add them. So we have already obtained DTFT of single sided exponential sequence separately. So by adding two DTFTs, we can directly obtain the DTFT of double sided exponential signal. So it become a raised to n u of n plus a raised to minus n u of minus n minus 1. Fourier transform is 1 upon 1 minus a multiply e raised to minus j omega plus a raised a multiply e raised to j omega divided by 1 minus a multiply e raised to j omega. The previous two problems answer will be added. So we will get the double-sided exponentially sequence DTFT of our Fourier transform. The summary of standard DTFT pairs. So first is signal, second is discrete time, and it's DTFT. So we first unit impulse delta n, unit impulse delta n equal to DTFT is 1. For unit step u of n, the DTFT is e raised to j omega by 2 divided by 2 j sin omega by 2. For right-handed exponential a raised to n u of n, the DTFT is 1 upon 1 minus a multiply with the e raised to minus j omega. For left-handed exponential a raised to minus n u of minus n minus 1, the DTFT is a multiply e raised to j omega divided by 1 minus a multiply e raised to j omega. For double-sided exponential a raised to n u of n plus a raised to minus n u of minus n minus 1, the answer is 1 upon 1 minus a multiply e raised to minus j omega plus a e raised to j omega divided by 1 minus a e raised to j omega. The last standard signal, rectangular pulse x of n equal to a, then the DTFT is a multiply e raised to minus j omega L minus 1 divided by e raised to a multiply e raised to minus j omega multiply L minus 1 divided by 2 multiply with the sin omega L by 2 divided by sin omega by 2. Very complicated. In next video lecture we will study the properties of Fourier transform. So some of equation you have to keep in mind for signal and system, like Euler's identity cos omega 0 n equal to e raised to j omega 0 n plus e raised to minus j omega 0 n divided by 2. One equation is this, so I will just put down in your notes. We will use many times. For sin x equal to, again Euler's identity, sin x equal to e raised to zx minus e raised to minus zx divided by 2. So in cos term and sin term in the form of e raised to. So these two equation we will use many times. And the geometric series formula, summation n equal to 0 to infinity a raised to n equal to a raised to 0 plus a raised to 1 plus a raised to 2 plus a raised to 3 up to infinity equal to 1 upon 1 minus a if mod a less than 1. So it's again a one mathematic formula we are using throughout this subject. Again, like sin of x, this formula we will also use according to Euler's identity, e raised to j omega by 2 minus e raised to minus j omega by 2 divided by 2 equal to j sin omega by 2. If directly we have to write sin omega by 2, then the j will be put in denominator. So so many equation we are using directly, so we have to keep in our mind. So Euler's identity, then the geometric series, all are very useful for our subject. Thank you.